This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. In motion left goes Watson. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go Ray.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On now is the Packers punter. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Olave hauls it in. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains.
That at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Point after here coming up. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Love from the gun. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Pushes him over. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And now Carr changing the formation. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard
line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd down and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Packers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Here's a ball deep from Musgrave.
And that's caught inside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Love going to give this one to Jones.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing. Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
And this a 39-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
He completes it to Olave. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Now a play fake. Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. That nice pickup of 17 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 22-yard line. 93. You're mine.
To throw his Carr. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give to Kamara running right. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 99 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a 1st down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Kamara up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A give. This is Kamara. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. In motion, Dorsett. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the blocker and picked up the 1st down.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this 1st half will come to an end. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Down. 22 needle.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Jones is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On first down, Carr. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Carr now to throw.
Carr suck.
To his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 10 yards, good for the Saints. First down.
First down, Saints.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. We'll get this to about the 38. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Now they'll change things up. Throwing on first down is Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Saints 21, Packers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
To throw now, here's Love. There's a ball deep from Musgrave. And got his man, complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Love now on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Shotgun now for Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Carr going to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the fourth quarter driver's seat, still up 3. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. Second down and a yard. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Love. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. McCarr, he wants to change up the look here. Here's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Carr to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Wow,
Between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
62 blaster. Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go. Set.